So now we are moving on to level 3. So the first level was all simple piping, and then the second level we had a bit of advanced way of using what we learned in level 1. So level 3 is to actually putting all the piping practices we learned on cake. So I have like not too many, but one circle template in which I will be using to fill the top. Like if you're going to use to fill rosettes on the top of a cake, how is it going to be? Because we don't want to have gaps in between. We don't want to create gaps and then fill those gaps with stars. So I just want to show how you're going to do rosettes without having any gaps, but then on a circle. So this was the size, the template of the circle that could fit on an A4 sheet. But then in real, you could be doing it on a bigger cake as well. So I'm going to start in the center, and then as you move, obviously you could just do the same thing to fill up on a bigger circle cake. Okay, so I've written here the rosettes, ruffles and scallop petals. And then there is another piping variation also, which has combination of different techniques we have learnt in the piping practices lesson. I'm going to put them all together. So this is one template that you will use for all the 3 different kinds of piping. So you know, for rosettes we will be using the rosette nozzle. Okay, so I'm going to use the same. I'm going to start in the middle, make a rosette. You know how to make a rosette, a star, go to the right, and then just do one twisting around, keep the rosette pretty small, and then start another one, like say on one side, and give only that much space. So you will just overlap on top of this rosette and then finish, and that will help you to avoid making gaps. Okay, so I'm just going to, so this gap is the important one that you need to keep in mind. So just start the star there, overlap on this rosette, and then just finish it. Now the third rosette that you need to do, you need to have the gap. So position the star in between these two. Okay, so maybe the position of it could be somewhere around in here. So as you do the rosette and then come around, you would have overlapped on these two, and that is very important, and that is what is going to avoid having the gap. Okay. Now, if you're doing it on the cake, obviously you will have a turntable. So you could just keep turning this around as you do. Just see whichever direction is convenient to you. But one thing you need to keep in mind is overlapping and no gap. So that one spot where we're choosing to do the star is important. Here I just need to figure out if I just going to do one in the middle, and if that spot will I be able to just go around touching all the 3 rosettes that are the neighbors for this. And in that way I've just finished one circle all around the middle single one. Now just need to go around in here and keep in mind that my overlaps should be clean so I don't have gaps. Okay, so let me just start in here, overlap, so I have a few more rosettes. I'm just going to get the piping bag filled so I can finish with maybe 2 more. So 2 more. So here I'm just going to find that one spot so I could overlap So this will be the spot, so I can just overlap say 1, 2 and 3 rosettes here. And then the last one just fits in right, and then overlap. So that's how it's going to be on top of the cake, and you need to do this and then learn how to do the rosettes very tightly packed and no gaps, because making stars in between just kind of messes up the entire look is what I feel. So let's not do that, but then start practicing, and you could just finish by the time you've in level 3 you'd have had a good hands on with your piping skills. So you finish the entire circle without any gaps, and when you are happy, just take a picture and then share it for approval. And let me catch you up in the next piping practice lesson.